Hello YouTube, I'm here with my daughter Callie, and I am going to start my 2019 setup. I'm not going to do it all, I'm just going to get it started, and I'm not doing it in a book, even though I actually have a good 100 pages left in this Leuchtturm. I want 2019 together. 2018 is spread over about 3 books, and I don't want that. So what I have done and what I plan to do is make my own book. So I have here some A5 paper, and I've printed dot grid on it. This dot grid was very, very, very kindly provided by my friend Amanda over at Eclectic Scribbles, and I'm going to have a go at making my own journal. I don't know if this is going to work, but you know, I'm gonna give it a bloody good try. This great big pile of washi tape here is tape that I would like to use, and it is all floral. Most of it came from, well, actually I think all of it came from the likes of Wish and AliExpress and all of that lot. So it looks like we'll be going sort of quite flowery themed, because I really, really like all this washi tape.
Very pink.
And yes, quite pink. I got this nice butterfly one, which I have used before on a Dutch door that I did ages and ages and ages ago. I used that one and I really liked it. So yeah, I've got a nice one with little houses. This one I haven't even opened. So, you know, we might, this one you should have seen before. This is a nice sort of curtain type theme. So we're gonna see what we can come up with. I really don't know. I'm winging this entirely. I haven't even sketched it out. I've literally just printed these pages up. My poor printer's having a fit because it's not used to this kind of work. It's used to just sitting there blinking at me. So we're going to get ahead and we're going to do it. I will edit quite a lot of the pencil sketching and that out, because you don't really want to watch me draw it in twice. And we'll go from there. So I shall probably pause it here, and the next time you see it, I will have a monthly calendar for January. No, I won't. I'll tell you what I'm going to do, actually. I'm going to do my future log, because I have a list, and these are my sketches for next year. So this is my list. So I need to do my future log first. And I saw on a video the other day, and I can't remember whose video it was. It's really good as well. A nice future log that I'm going to steal. And I'm going to have to go back through my things to find out who the hell it was that did it, because I quite liked it. So yeah, there we go. I'm going to leave the first page blank, and we will get started there. So I will return in a bit.
So here you see my daughter and I choosing washi tape. Big discussion. I finally settled on this foiled flowery washi, which I have used before, so if you've seen other Plan With Me's, you will have seen that one. I put something underneath the paper just so I can figure out where the edge is. Then we were having a look at different colours. I can't remember why. Oh yeah, that's it, because she wanted to know what pens I wanted for Christmas. So while she was writing a list, I was busy sketching in where my calendar was going to go with the aid of my phone. So I've stuck washi all the way around the edge of the other sheet of paper, and this is going to be where I write things in for my future log. So the left page will just have like a mini calendar for the whole year, and this page is going to be the actual sort of bones appointments and all of that lot. This is the tedious bit where you get to write in all of the blooming days of the year. I was really, really careful. I'd written some of it in pencil, and I made sure to only rub out a little bit at a time so that I could get it all in correctly, and I still managed to mess up November. It's always the way, isn't it? But there you go. So a bit of correction fluid and a bit of patience, and I finally gets it all sorted out and looking the way that I wanted. Then I wrote in the month headers, which I was quite pleased about. It's very basic, this particular spread, but that's what I want because it's one that I am going to refer to quite a lot, because it will get used for an entire year, so hopefully it will last. Then I realised that I hadn't put days of the week in, and really they should have gone like below the month headers, so they've just been plonked in anywhere, but never mind. I then got my corner chomper to round the corners off, but for some reason the 1/2 inch chomper pit doesn't really work that well, especially not with washi, so it kind of like embossed where the corner should go, so I ended up trimming with scissors every time I used the corner chomper, which was tedious, very, very tedious. Now I'm going to set up my task tracker. This is one that I've been using for several months, and I really like how it looks. I could probably make it smaller, but you know, where's the fun in that? Each column is a day, and each square within that column is a task. So, and I eyeball it really. I draw the main bit in, and then I well, as you can see, I draw the lines all the way around, and to break it up into days I literally do it so that the first, second and third side have 9 tasks on each. So I tend to count the squares, and I think there was seven squares on that inside square. I work out where the middle is, and I do literally, I eyeball it. Then what I do is I draw a, well, you can see I draw a gap in the middle there for the middle day, and then in between that and the first corner one I draw another line, and then I draw lines in between that. So it works out. It's probably not really even, but you know, it works out quite well. Well, it works for me. The top section is divided into the last few days of the month. Obviously sometimes it's only 28 days, sometimes it's 30, sometimes it's 31. The gap on the right hand side that I haven't filled in is where I list the tasks. I then go around the outside and I fill in the date, pretty much. I then realised I didn't really have a lot of room for washi across the top, because all of my washi that I wanted to use is quite thick, so I stuck it down the side. Trimmed up the corners to make them nice and round. Just rub out all the little bits of pencil. Add a little bit more washi. Failed corner chomp, so I trimmed it up with scissors. I'm sorry I'm out of shot for quite a lot of it. I didn't actually realise that I had done that. And there you go, that's the tracker all complete. So a quick check of my list as to what was next. This is going to be my card of the day. What a lot of you don't know is that I read tarot cards, and I keep meaning to keep a tarot diary, and it's just something that I keep failing at, really. So what I've decided to do is I'm going to pull a card every morning starting on the 1st of January, and I'm going to make a note as to what it is. I've given myself 2 lines per day to do this. Yeah, I've got 3 decks that I prefer to use at the moment. So what I'm going to do is colour code those decks. I'll draw in a little key in a minute, and then I will highlight the number of the month, if that makes sense. So like on, you see the 17 there, I will colour over that with the colour that I've picked for that specific deck, and then I will write in what the card says in my pen of the day. Something else I've also decided to do in the new year is track my meals. I don't usually do this, and I am in two minds about this, so this may not last, this meal tracker. But I'm going to work on losing some weight isn't everybody, but I'm going to work on losing some weight in the new year. So I thought I would track my meals, and, you know, personally, I really don't see the point, but people keep telling me, you know, it does help. So, you know, okay, fine, I will track my meals, but I will just look at it and go, yeah, well, I had chips that day, so what? Because I'm like that. But no, here we go. I'm going to track it and keep a record and whatever. So yeah, we had a little bit more discussion about what washi tape to put in there, because there's just so much and it's so pretty. I do love my washi tape. I did go a little bit overboard in setting up January. I got a little bit carried away. I was literally only supposed to set up 2019, and I ended up setting up for pretty much like January as well, which I didn't mean to do, but there we go. So I'm going to record breakfast, lunch, my evening meal, and any snacks I have during the day. We'll see, like I said, we'll see how that goes. So the next spread is to counteract the rubbishy meals that I eat, because I eat a lot of crap. This is going to be my fitness bunch. So this one that I'm filling out now, this is my steps tracker. Now I normally write this in my weeklies, but again, this is something that I want to pick up again in the new year. I really want to, you know, I'm doing less steps at the moment than I was doing a year ago, and I want to get that back up. So I'm going to draw like a bar graph. You can see my notes there in my journal on the side, and I've given myself room to go up to 25,000 steps. And I will fill that in each day with my steps, and I will also write the miles that I do. On the left there, you can see the blue stencil. That's a stencil that I got from Oops a Daisy on Etsy. This is basically, I'm going to weigh myself and I'm going to measure myself on the 1st, and I'm going to try and do this on the 1st of every month, just to see, you know, how well or how crappily I am doing with this new me challenge. I did mess up a couple of times. The stencil is very, very flimsy. So I'll write all my measurements on that one. I was going to run the washi continuously across the top, but realised I'd actually put the whole thing up a little bit too high. So I did a nice little side washi. It looks like it's got ribbons. Again, with the failed corner chomp, I'm going to have to order a new one. This is also another new spread. This one is going to track my sleep. Again, that is something I normally put in my weeklies. The numbers down the middle are the date. The numbers across the top is the time on to the right of the date. So I will put the hours that I sleep in there, and on the left I will put a bar graph showing whether it was a good sleep or not. So do I wake up feeling like crap, or do I wake up and go, wow, yeah, you know, Christ, I slept, you know, 8 hours and I feel really bloody good for it. Not that ever happens, but you know, it's things like that. Did I wake up a lot? You know, did my back wake me up? That kind of thing. And on the left page, I love that washi across the top. It's so gorgeous. On the left hand side, I am going to do a graph to track my moods and my pain levels, because I want to up my exercise. I want to make sure that I'm not hurting myself by doing so. So I am going to track my pain, and we'll see how I go with that. Again, this is not something I normally track. I don't normally track my pain levels because I don't see the point when I'm in pain every day, but you know, we'll see. It's just, instead of having 8 different moods to track, it's literally going to be, am I happy, am I sad, or am I somewhere in between? And the pain is going to be, is it good or is it bad? And there you go. This is me opening a brand new to me washi. I was quite excited about this, and it's quite a thick washi as well. Again, it's another one with houses on it, but it's so pretty. There's little bits of corner all over my desk. This is going to be my brain dump page. I do the brain dump on the left and the challenges on the right. So I was flicking through it, looking at it all, just to make sure it was all correct. And then I realised there's no monthly calendar for January. I forgot to put the fucking calendar in for January. I also forgot to put my resolutions page in. So I was sort of, oh, you know, what the fuck am I going to do? I was so cross with myself because those are 2 things that I really did want to put in. So I basically ended up fudging it. I worked out how I was going to put the calendar in, and I stuck 2 pages together. Because it's lovely, fabulous washi tape, I was able to just lift it and put it onto the next page. It took me a couple of goes, but I eventually got it on there straight. I redrew my tracker. What a pain in the arse. I was so cross with myself because I had a list and everything, you know, and I was following the list, but I was talking to Callie, and I must admit we must have drunk about 4 vodkas while doing this bullet journal. I'm surprised I didn't screw up more, to be honest, but then I've not looked at it. I'm actually doing the voiceover the next morning and I haven't yet looked at it. Oh, this is one of my friends texted me and said, oh, I want to start a bullet journal in 2019. So I'm answering her because I didn't want to appear rude while trying to do this video, and I totally confused myself. How I didn't screw it up, I don't know. But yeah, so there we go. I'm quickly filling in my tracker, so you get to watch it all over again. Aren't you pleased about that? Thankfully, I can see through this paper, so it didn't take me as long as what it could have done because I just had to draw over it. If you're wondering why I swap rulers, I don't like doing that thing with a shorter ruler where you sort of draw half the line and then move the ruler down, because I can always see the jog, and I'm OCD and I really hate that kind of thing. So I prefer the plastic ruler, and I use that until I absolutely have to move to the metal one, and then I'll use the metal one, and that's pretty much it, really. So there we go, I filled it all in, and then I got a glue stick and just stuck the 2 pages together because it was just, I was so cross with myself. Couldn't believe I'd done something that bloody stupid. Thankfully, I've drawn this calendar so many times because it's the same calendar I always use because it works well for me. So actually drawing it in didn't take too long. I'm quite pleased with how well it sort of came out in the end. And I managed not to muck it up. Yay me! So as soon as I can, I switch back over to that plastic ruler. It's just one of them things. So there we go, we got it all in. And then I thought, well, yeah, you know, I need some washi tape to go across it. And I eventually went for this one that looks like it's falling petals, so that it looks like they're almost landing on top of my calendar. And then I realised I'd not left myself any space to write the days across the top like I do. You can just see above my phone there on the right where it says Monday, and I haven't left myself any space to do that. And I was just like, by this point I was like, right, I've totally had enough of this. So I went a bit bonkers with the washi tape and, you know, made it look really, really flowery. But I also usually just write the date in a little black pen up in the corner, but I've seen loads of people sort of write it in a very, very pale grey like this, so I thought I'd give this a go and see how well this works for me. I will report back on this with February's setup. I like it. I like that it's so at a glance. So yeah, let's see how it goes. Now, literally all I'm doing here is just writing in January and picking what pen I'm going to use. Erase all the pencil lines, and that's it done.
Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. I know it's a long one. I'm sorry it's a long one, but I screwed up as you saw. You know, please give me a thumbs up. Please give me don't give me a thumbs down. Please give me a thumbs up, because you make my little boy really happy, because he tells everybody to do thumbs up. And you know, feel free to leave me a comment, because we like comments on this channel. We love interaction, and I will talk more about making the book itself as I do my weekly setups in the new year. Little book over there, if you click that you can subscribe, and then if you click the bell you'll be notified when I upload new content. Over there somewhere on your page there's a little bell up there. Yeah, join us. You know, we're doing a live on Tuesday at around 7:30, 8 o'clock. That's UK time, so that's about 2:30 to 3 Eastern, I think. It'd be really nice if you joined us. I'd really, really appreciate it. Yeah, so there you go. I'm going to bed now because I've been at this for hours. I'm absolutely shattered and my back hurts. So yeah, thanks for joining us. Take it easy and have a good Christmas, y'all. See you later. Bye. I'm not. No, I can't reach. Callie can't reach, but she says. See you later.